Hi, and welcome to Yoga Wheel with Rochelle Crispy. This will be an after work or anytime slow down and stretch routine. I'm going to set my clock for 10 minutes and we'll start in child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch. Widen your knees as wide as your mat. Hold onto your wheel, inhale your breath, and exhale, roll the wheel forward. We'll want to release our chest down towards the floor and let your inhales lift your upper back and your exhales release your chest. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your upper back. Exhale, release your chest. Inhale, upper back lifts. Exhale, release and hold. Breathe in and lift up. Turn your wheel to the right. Bring your knees together. We'll sink our hips to the left. Roll your wheel to the right for a side body stretch. Breathe in. Exhale out. Breathe in. Exhale out. 1 more. Roll back to the center. Shift your hips over to the right. Take your wheel to the left. Roll to the left and feel the stretch in your right side body and hip. 3 breaths in. Release. 1. Release. And 2. Release. Roll your wheel back to the center. We'll step our right foot forward, roll the wheel into your left thigh, and we'll scoot the left knee back. Press into your wheel and your leg, lift your chest, and then exhale, start to ease into this hip flexor stretch. Roll the wheel forward. Keep one elbow on your wheel and the opposite elbow on your right knee. You can use your arm as a pillow. 3 breaths here. Breathe in and lift your head. Breathe out and roll your wheel towards you. Next is half splits. Flex your right toes up, square out your hips, and we'll fold forward. Bring the wheel close to your inner right thigh. Lean down and then place your left hand down. If placing your left hand down is difficult, put your hand on the wheel. Otherwise, you'll start to lower down. Your chest might touch the wheel, but it might not. Otherwise, lift your chest, and I want you to focus on keeping your tailbone connected to the crown of your head, long line, nice straight spine. And as you are exhaling, keep the right knee straight and hinge forward at the hip. Release your head, release your neck. Breathe in. Exhale through your mouth. Begin to walk your hands back. Slide your right knee in. Take your right foot back, and then we'll switch the wheel to side 2. So the wheel is in front of your right leg. Take your left forward. We'll lift up, and then exhale, we'll roll forward. Place your right elbow onto your wheel, left elbow onto your thigh, and stretch. Deep inhale, long and relaxed exhale. One more breath. Lift your head, roll your wheel back into the right thigh, flex your left heel, pull the left hip back, lift your chest, and exhale, fold forward and down. You can keep your hand on the wheel or set it down on the floor. Point the crown of your head forward and make sure you're hinging at the hip. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax your body. One more breath. Exhale out. Lift your head. Bring your hand back to the wheel. Bend your back. Bend your left knee and draw the foot back. Place your wheel in front of you. Bring your knees together. We'll open up our feet about as wide as our hips and then sit down on your heels for toe stretch. Slide your knees forward if you want it to be a little bit more intense. You want to back off with your knees. Sit up tall, take your shoulders over your hips, close your eyes and take 3 breaths, stretching your toes. One more breath. And exhale, roll forward and release. We'll turn our wheel down. Keep your knees and your ankles together. Lean back into the heels of your hands and then tilt your pelvis up. Then I want you to sink the hips down into your heels and lean back as if you're on a boogie board. This will stretch the front of your ankles and your shins. 3 breaths. Start to lift your chest. Open up through your collarbone and shoulders. 1 more breath. And exhale it out. Come to a seated position. We'll take the wheel behind us. Bring the wheel to your lower back. Press your spine into the wheel. And we'll ease back into an upper back stretch. The right hand comes behind the head and cups the head. Then interlace it with the left. Wing your elbows out. And just start to lift your hips off of the floor and roll very gently forward and back to get used to this movement. Keep your breath fluid, coming in for 4 and out for 4. And then find a place right in the middle of your shoulder blades to stay. 3 breaths right there. Soften intentionally as you exhale. Unshrug your shoulders, and little by little release the weight of your head into your hands. 1 more breath. We exhale, and then we'll ease back a little more. So keep the support in your head. We're rolling the wheel now down to our low back, and you're going to feel that it will catch the tailbone. So as it does that, roll back to your limit. You might roll back as far to have your knees straight, and if you do, stay there. If you don't, it's okay. You'll ease into it. We're working on back flexibility. And then let your body just completely collapse and let go. If it feels okay to release your hands, you can move into a pose that's called fish pose. Palms are turned up. Head is released. Breathe in, breathe out. Place your hands on the back of your head again and interlace. Slowly start to roll your hips down towards the floor. Pause when you get there, lift your head, and squeeze your elbows gently in. Next, release your hands. Come away from your wheel and we'll scoot back to a little bit off center of your mat so that you have some space. Flex your feet forward. Place the wheel around your feet. Inhale your breath and exhale, forward fold. 1 minute here. Hinge at the hips. Stretch through the crown of the head. Soften the shoulders. Almost there. Continue to breathe. We have 30 seconds. Two more breaths. And lift your head, set your wheel aside, shake out your knees, and we're done.